Hi, in today's video, we're going to learn how to crochet this pumpkin. So grab your yarn and your crochet hook. I'll be using a 3mm hook and a light worsted yarn. So let's start. First, we're going to make a slip knot. After wrapping the yarn around your fingers like this, with your hook, go through the first loop and pull through the working yarn. Releasing your fingers from the yarn, simply pull the working yarn tight. And the other thing you want to be sure is that you don't want to pull the yarn too tightly around your hook, and neither do you want it to be too loose around the hook. Then from here we're just going to make 18 chain stitches. Move your fingers up closer towards the hook so that you can keep the yarn tension nice. Time to check how many stitches we have here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, and 18 stitches. And then we're going to count 3 chain stitches from the hook, yarn over to make a half double crochet. Now you can do it like this by inserting the hook the regular way in front of the chain and working along that chain until the end, or you can try this method. I'm going to be working the back post of the chain stitches instead. So counting the 3rd chain from the stitch, I'm going to turn the chain, and as you see, you can see this horizontal stitches at the back. That's where I'm going to insert my hook and then do my half double crochet there. So yarn over, find the back post, yarn over again, and then pull through all 3 loops to finish the half double crochet. Now I'm going to keep working this stitches like this all the way until I reach the end. There's a reason why I prefer this method, especially if I know that I'm going to be joining the end and the beginning parts together. And I'm going to show you exactly why I prefer this method once we get to the end of this row. Here I am working the final half double crochet stitch into the chain. From the front, it looks just like any regular half double crochet, but if I show you the bottom part, see how clear you can see those chain stitches? This is going to be so helpful when you want to stitch the ends and the beginning together later. Before we start the next row, we're going to chain 2 first and then turn the work over. Now from here, we are only going to be working the back loops only. If you turn your work to face you, you can see these V's at the top of it. Now you want to be inserting your hook into the middle through the back. So that is what it means by back loops only. From the middle to the back. To work the half double crochet, yarn over first and then insert the hook through the middle, through the back. And then yarn over and then pull through all 3 loops. Keep repeating this process of inserting the hook through the back loops only and then completing the half double crochet stitch. Keep going until you reach the end of the row. Now that we've worked 18 half double crochet stitches, we're going to chain 2 first and then turn the work over and then repeat that same process. Halfway checkpoints, going to count how many rows we have. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 rows have been done. So we're going to chain 2, turn the work over, and then working the back loops only, and make half double crochet into each of the stitches for another 9 more rows. Checking our rows, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. 18 rows have been done. We're going to cut the yarn, leaving a long tail because we need the tail to stitch the bottoms and the top parts. Pull the yarn tail through to fasten off. Taking our yarn needle, thread the yarn tail through, bringing the bottom part and the top part together. See how nicely the V stitches can be seen? So this is going to make our work so much easier when we want to stitch these two parts together. With your yarn needle, weave your needle through the middle part of the stitches, like so, all the way until the end. After you have worked the last stitch, you're going to turn the work inside out, like so. Then next you're going to weave your yarn needle through the tops, just randomly along the top part, because what we're going to do is we're going to pull this together and close the loop. Next, we're going to add some stuffing into our pumpkin. Just keep adding the stuffing until you're happy with the texture. Using the same yarn from just now, we are going to zigzag along the opening to pull the yarn through and close the opening. If you feel that the pumpkin could use with a little bit more stuffing, go ahead and do that before you close the opening. Once you're happy with the amount of stuffing you put in, then you pull the loop shut, and then you're gonna pass the yarn tail across to secure the opening. So I'm going across, and then I'm going to be doing this process a few times to secure. To further secure that opening, what I like to do is I take my hook and then I'm going to make 3 chain stitches like so, and then pull the yarn tail through, and then I'm just going to weave in that yarn tail into the body of the pumpkin. Cut off the excess yarn tail, and that's it. If you see a little bit of gap there at the top of the pumpkin, that's completely fine because we're going to be using the stem to cover that opening. So grabbing your green yarn now, we're going to make the stem and the tendril. This time we're going to be making a magic ring, and then we're going to crochet 6 single crochet into this magic ring. Tighten the loop, and then make sure you have 6 single crochet stitches. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and into that first single crochet that we did, we're going to make a slip stitch and then chain 1. Then for the next 6 rounds, we are going to continue to make a single crochet into each of the stitches, and then slip stitching at the end of that row, and then chain 1. I'll see you at the end of row 7. check how many rounds we have here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, now that we have 7, before proceeding to the next round, I like to hide that yarn tail into the work. So here I am just stuffing that yarn tail in. You can also cut it off if you prefer. So moving along, we've already made the slip stitch. Now we just need to chain 1 before we start row 8. Here we are going to make an increase into each of the stitches. So basically what that means is that you are going to be making 2 single crochet into 1 stitch. So at the end of this row, you're going to be having 12 stitches in total. Make a slip stitch into the first single crochet that you've made and then chain 1. In this row, we are going to be making an increase followed by a single crochet. So you're going to be repeating this pattern of increase. That means 2 single crochet in 1 stitch followed by a single crochet into the next stitch. And do this for every stitch in this round. So you should be having 18 stitches in total. Slip stitch into the first stitch to complete this round. Now from here, don't cut off the yarn, but instead make 15 chain stitches. After you have 15 chain stitches, now into the second chain from the hook. Okay? That's the first one, this is the second one. You're going to make 2 single crochet stitches into each of the stitch. Keep repeating this until you reach the end of the chain. You're going to notice that the stitches is starting to curl. That's exactly what we want. So it's completely fine. After making the last single crochet into the chain stitch, we are going to slip stitch into that stitch that belongs to the tendril part. I chain 1 to secure my ending and fasten off, leaving a long yarn tail for you to stitch this part to the pumpkin. Place the tendril onto the pumpkin. Grab some pin needles. This is to help you secure the tendril into position before you stitch it onto the pumpkin. Then thread the yarn tail through your yarn needle. And and stitch the tendril onto the pumpkin like so. Now you can insert your yarn needle through both of the loops of the tendril like this, or I actually prefer just working the front post of the tendril. I mean, this is just a personal preference. So just continue to stitch the parts together until all the stitches has been worked. I've worked the final stitch. Now I'm just threading the needle through the tendril. Okay, then I'm going to grab my crochet hook to secure the yarn tail so that it doesn't come loose. Just like what we did with the pumpkin earlier on, I'm just making 3 chains and then pulling the yarn tail through and then weaving that yarn tail into the body of the pumpkin to hide it. And that's basically it. The pumpkin is done. If you've enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. Happy crocheting and see you in the next one.